Coming up, a family escapes as a lightning strike sets their home on fire. Plus, colder temperatures mean tough times for the homeless in Flagstaff, but you can help. The news starts now.
You're watching NAZ Today, Northern Arizona's local news.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm April Hettinger.
And I'm Chelsea Parker. Thanks for tuning in. Well, holiday may be past, but that doesn't mean the controversy over a group of NAU students' choice of costumes is far from over.
The students dressed up as homeless people, causing a social media backlash and attracting attention from the national media. NAZ Today's Quanah Arnold joins us live in the studio with more. Quanah?
To some, it was just a simple photo. To others, it was a blatant example of cultural appropriation. This photo of a group of students dressed up as homeless people, apparently taking aim at recovering alcoholics, immigrant mothers, pregnant teenagers, and homeless veterans, attracted a lot of attention and anger. The director of Flagstaff Shelter Services says homelessness is nothing to make fun of.
Come down to Flagstaff Shelter Services at dinner time and see what you're really teasing, because these are real people. These are our real neighbors in our community that do not choose to sleep in a shelter or sleep outside.
Following the backlash of the NAU students' social media post, NAU President Rita Chang responded in a tweet saying that the issue has been taken seriously and the students have apologized. And later she tweeted, quote, "Thank you for weighing in. While we don't condone the behavior, NAU supports free speech. We are taking this as an opportunity to educate our students." As for Altenbaugh, she says she understands that everyone makes mistakes, but
one of the things that I wanted to do when I responded to the post was to say, hey, we all make mistakes, and I guess, the reality is you probably just don't really realize what you were saying or doing, I hope.
Not everyone thinks the photo is something to get upset over, but hundreds, if not thousands of people on social media sure thought it was.
At first, when I saw the pictures of people dressed like they were experiencing homelessness, it made me frustrated and disappointed, just that people have that level of insensitivity about people in crisis.
NAZ Today has reached out to the students in the photograph, but our efforts have been unsuccessful. By the way, Flagstaff Shelter Services is looking for young volunteers to get first-hand experience helping the homeless. For more information, visit www.flagshelter.org. Quanah Arnold, NAZ Today.
Much of Flagstaff got hit with a brief rain and hailstorm this morning, and a home on the east side was struck by lightning, causing a fire on the second floor. It happened on Sinagua Heights Drive.
The residents in the house were home at the time of the fire. They were able to safely get out of the house and be able to call 911. And they made sure everything was clear. Nobody went back in, and we cleared the house. And once we got the fire out, we were able to help get some of the possessions of the home occupants back out.
Fire officials suspect the fire was started by a lightning strike, but investigators are on the scene to confirm the cause.
Coconino County has a new superintendent of schools. Dr. Tommy Lewis, a Navajo Nation educator, was appointed last night. He replaces Dr. Risha Vanderway, who has served in the Tuba City District since August. Dr. Lewis's term runs until the end of next year. Elections will be held for a new term beginning in 2021. Lewis has been the superintendent for the Navajo Nation Department of Diné Education since 2015 and has over 30 years of experience in education.
Native American groups are upset with President Trump since he declared November as a time to honor Native American heritage and the country's founders. Traditionally, November is National Native American Heritage Month, but Trump changed the name to National American History and Founders Month. Native Americans are saying the change diminishes the importance of Native culture, and they say the Founding Fathers are already celebrated on President's Day and the 4th of July.
As temperatures are dropping, this leaves the homeless in miserable conditions.
NAZ Today's Claire Sage joins us live in the studio. Claire?
Those without a home and family support lose hope in the cold season. This can trigger both physical and mental health problems within the homeless community. As the freezing temperatures move in, it can be hard for the homeless not to lose hope.
Day after day, night after night, they're not sleeping, they're freezing, they're not getting a chance to get warm and be warm, and so that increases the illness. Once they are sick, they can't get any recovery in it because they're still constantly staying in the wet, the damp, the cold. The elements are such an effect.
And illness leads to despair.
Yeah, I feel like one of the biggest issues is a loss of hope. There's just no hope. There doesn't seem to be any will to move forward.
While others celebrate the holidays with family and friends, the homeless can only struggle.
Usually between November and March, we have more mentally ill people in our facilities because people that aren't struggling as much with mental health, right around the holidays will try to restore their relationships with their family.
Selena Martinez says there are many misconceptions about the homeless.
One of the biggest stigmas surrounding individuals experiencing homelessness is that it's essentially their fault.
But the dark winter clouds do have a silver lining. The Winter Overflow program uses churches to provide warm spaces for the homeless.
Since we've been doing that, we've had, I want to say, we're going on 4 years of non-exposure deaths.
If you want to help, just $2 will provide a homeless person with a festive meal or help provide a place to stay.
Last year we had about 67,000 plus bed nights between Hope Cottage and the Mission. So that means that's how many nights of service that people slept in our facilities.
If you want to donate, now is the time. Visit the Sunshine Rescue Mission's website at srm-hc.org. Claire Sage, NAZ Today.
Flagstaff Unified School District is canceling school on Friday. The district is holding a staff learning day on November 8th, and students are being told to stay home. Classes will resume Tuesday after the Veterans Day holiday. And in other news, if you've driven down Milton Road recently, it may have been hard to miss the construction site right next to Chick-fil-A. 2 old hotels have been torn down, and a new apartment complex is planned for the site. It will be called Uncommon Flagstaff, a 6-story building with underground parking. Flagstaff City Planner Neil Gullickson says this will be a long process.
I'm not anticipating that they'll start actual construction going up until next spring. So right now we're in review of the civil plans. The civil plans, are we looking for the water and sewer improvements, what happens, sidewalks and all the stuff you see or don't see underground.
The site has been mostly cleared, and there will be occasional lane closures on Milton as the construction progresses.
Coming up, one of Santa's reindeer is wagging his tail, hoping to attract a new family. Our pet of the week is next. Stay with us.
Well, it happened at last, some much needed moisture, and you can see it on this map, a little bit of water vapor above Flagstaff, just what we wanted to see. But will it be enough? I'll tell you more about that coming up. Stay with us.
At Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac, it's all about Chevy trucks. Silverado, $1,500, $2,500, and $3,500. Right now, save up to $9,510 on the 2019 Chevy Silverado. Or lease for as little as $289 a month for 36 months. Made for the long haul. The 2019 Chevy Silverado 2500 HT, save up to $11,466 in total volume savings. It's all about the trucks during Truck Month at Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac.
I just found out my work party is a +1. You want to go? This is my boss, Ella.
Nice to meet you, Greg.
You're welcome. Nope, I'm high. But I'll clean the kitchen while you're gone.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
Pool party at Jesse's. Can you drive? I'm toasted.
Nope, I'm high. But I can order us a ride.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Testing. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown, and feel technique. After the first drown, a good start. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Now that it's November, we're rolling into full-fledged holiday territory.
And this week's Pet of the Week has a name that matches all the upcoming holiday festivities. NAZ Today's Joy Johnson is live in the studio to tell us more about Donner. Joy?
The folks at Coconino Humane tell me that Donner is the perfect pet. Easy to love and ready to cuddle up over the holidays. Let's meet him.
Donner is still fairly young, so that may be one reason why he is so friendly and outgoing.
He's a 2-year-old, I believe, retriever mix. Big lover. Yes.
He's an active dog who isn't afraid of getting his paws dirty with his other furry friends.
He likes going for walks, and he likes play groups too. He gets along with other dogs very well. So, running around the play group. I've had him at several events, and people love him.
Although Donner could be the perfect match for anyone in almost any living situation, he would probably be best suited in a place that could offer him all the love he deserves.
He loves kids, he loves animals, any animal. He's just a big lover boy. He loves to play, gets along with cats tremendously, very gentle. He especially loves kids. He's very active, but he's definitely a family dog.
If you're interested in adopting Donner or any other animals at the Humane Association, stop in or visit coconinohumane.org. Joy Johnson, NAZ Today.
King me.
This must be how Odell Beckham feels when he scores a game-winning touchdown.
Beckham scores! Giants touchdown!
This must be how Rico felt when he triple jumped Mr. Sanchez.
Pepsi.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. You can't control where it will land, only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how to protect your community from wildfires.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Tonight's NAZ Today weather is brought to you in part by Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac in Flagstaff.
Student forecaster Aaron Vitito here. Well, wet and wild, 2 words I use to describe the weather. I hear it used all the time in my hometown of Colorado Springs in the local news. Sorry, Channel 5, I am stealing that. But let's take a look at Flagstaff today. And this was only this morning. Look at those clouds, that rainbow. And if you look at that at the end, if you look closely, you'll see snow on the peaks. That is right, actual snow. Some people saw snow even in some lower elevations. And a little bit of hail, I heard. Saw a couple of pictures. And like I said, this is only this morning. And we saw this on and off throughout the entire day, which honestly is really exciting. Do we see that right now? Yeah, maybe a little bit actually. As a matter of fact, on my way to the studio, I saw a little bit of rain, some scattered showers. Right now, not so much. Depends, I guess, on where you are. But we see 46 degrees as our temperature at the moment. A little cooler than what would be ideal for me anyway, but actually pretty nice. And you see our H, relative humidity, actually shot up. It was like, what, 20, 15, something yesterday. A really low number, not even worth mentioning, but now 79%. I think that's pretty cool, which means that it's actually kind of humid out. Not that humid because it's still Flagstaff. High of 57 today, low of 31. Apologize to everybody who I told it was going to be 61 yesterday for today. It only reached up to 57, which is actually pretty close to our average of 54, which, you know, it's, I won't say it's necessarily above average. It is technically above average, just not unseasonably above average. So it's still technically around where we would see it this time of day. But look at this. Look at that precipitation. 17th of an inch rather, bringing our precipitation since January 1st up. Unfortunately, we are still below average. So that means that, yes, still in a severe drought. As a matter of fact, that number from 28% of the state being a severe drought actually shot up to 39%. And that still includes Flagstaff, so this rain is not going to help in that severe drought case. Looking across the state, though, we actually saw a trend of slightly cooler temperatures. We saw 57 in Sedona, 61 in Page, even 86 down in Phoenix. It's supposed to be 89 today, almost 90, and it got a little bit below that, so still pretty warm, but still following that trend of cooler temperatures throughout the state. And let's look at tonight. 31-degree low with a chance of some thunderstorms probably around midnight. Is going to start clearing up though, but that means, yes, we're going to see some clouds tonight. Why am I excited? Let me tell you, it's not a full weathercast unless you learn something. Learn that from Lee Bourne himself. Let's learn a little bit about cooling and warming throughout the night. So on a clear night, as you can see, those arrows represent heat escaping off of the Earth's crust. Essentially, in the atmosphere, gets trapped only by clouds. So you think of a cloudy night, you might think it's a little bit cooler. Actually, those clouds are going to trap the heat. Now, we're not going to see that much tonight because we're not going to see that many clouds. It's going to be some scattered showers, but not that many. But we will see those warmer temperatures tomorrow, 61 degrees, clear and sunny. Unfortunately, going back to that dry weather that we've seen since before today, before yesterday even. Warm, dry, clear, sunny. Nice to go outside, especially for Veterans Day. If you're looking for a barbecue, it's going to be right around those temperatures. We'll get to that a little bit later, but across the state for tomorrow, 70 in Payson, 74 Sedona, 66 Page, 86 still in Phoenix. Basically, temperatures are going to go right back up. Looks like it was only a day thing, which I'm sad because I do like the kind of cooler temperatures. But let's look throughout the week, see if that's going to change. And the answer is not really, which is a little disappointing. 61 tomorrow, basically just the low 60s throughout the entire week. But Sunday and Monday, we're actually going to see some clouds. I saw that the official forecast was mostly sunny. So those clouds actually have me kind of excited. I mean, Veterans Day will be nice to have a barbecue, and then after that, who knows, maybe we'll see snow. Don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but fingers crossed.
Yeah, and you know, that lightning and thunderstorm was actually kind of fun today. It threw us a bit of a curveball.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Susie, I heard NAU's got a lot going on in sports today.
They sure do. We have that and more to talk about after the break. Stay with us.
Meals on Wheels gives me a chance to be totally selfless. More than the food itself, a lot of seniors don't have family. So just to have someone to talk to, just to say, hey, how was your day? That means so much more than a meal could ever mean. We have to look outside of ourselves to be that lifeline to other people. It's worth it.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 88 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 1,000% increase in the last 40 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Welcome back to NAZ Today. I'm your sports reporter, Susie Conran. Flagstaff High School Volleyball started the first round of playoffs at home last night, hosting the Cactus High School Cobras. The game ended with the Eagles sweeping 3-0. The Eagles will be hosting the Bradshaw Mountain Bears on Thursday in the quarterfinals. The last 2 games Flag High has played the Bears this season. The games have gone all 5 sets, with the Eagles coming out on top 3-2. Not only this season, but every matchup in the last 12 years between Bradshaw and Flagstaff, the Eagles have been on top and won every game, most of which were sweeps. The Eagles need to continue this momentum against the Bears and come out on top to continue their playoff season. The semifinals will take place on Saturday the 9th between the winner of Flag and Bradshaw and the winner of Seton Catholic High School and Estrella Foothills. Moving on to college volleyball, the Lumberjacks host Sacramento State tomorrow at 6:30. The last set the Jacks had was Sac State. The Hornets won the matchup 3-2. The two teams have gone back and forth each time they faced off during the past few seasons. The Jacks need to come out strong tomorrow to put points on the board early in the game. The Jacks also need to show their defensive side to help keep the number of points the Hornets score during the game down. Continuing with college sports, the NAU soccer team hosted the first game of the Big Sky Championship Series today against Northern Colorado. The first period was scoreless. Northern Colorado added a point on the board early in the second period. Later in the period, the Jacks got on the board, tying the game 1-1. Neither team scored for the rest of the second period, causing the game to go into overtime. 3 minutes into overtime, Northern Colorado scored a goal, ending the game 2-1. This is the third season in a row that the Jacks have lost the first game in the Big Sky Championship Series. Continuing with college sports, the NAU basketball squad is headed down to Tucson to take on the University of Arizona. This game is crucial for the Jacks as they have yet to win a game against U of A in the 7 times they've tried. Key players for the Jacks this season are junior Bernie Andre, who averaged 13.8 points per game, Ted McCree, who scored 51 three-pointers all season long, and Brooks DeBishop, who has 21 blocks on the season. The Jacks come back home next Friday as they have their at-home season opener against Sagu American Indian College on Friday, November 15th at 6 p.m. in the Rural Activity Center. Go out and show your support. Moving on to professional sports, the Phoenix Suns are killing it early in the season. The Suns have played 7 games so far and hold a record of 5-2. Their next game is at home against the Miami Heat. Miami also holds a 5-2 record this season. This is likely going to be a great matchup. If you would like to show your support, tickets are available at nba.com.
It's pretty cool that the Suns have started off the season stronger than usual.
They are going crazy this season for sure.
Good, I like it. And when we come back, we'll take another look at weather. Stay with us.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but things changed. Teaching didn't seem that cool anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Amazing things are happening in teaching, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple?
Chop the pineapple.
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
So we were walking to school. I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really want
smart.
cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't
I
have
really
another
hope I
bad
don't
day
have
at
another
school
bad day at
today.
school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here. I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog.
Well, we saw moisture today. Unfortunately, we're not going to see it through the rest of the week, but on the weekend, we're going to see some clouds and ideal barbecue temperatures, which definitely wasn't like that today. I mean, especially if you're a student at NAU, I would have ordered from those robots, and they were doing their best out in the rain.
Yeah, and speaking of those robots, after they made their way to NAU's campus, they are now making their way across the country. Students at the University of Wisconsin's Madison campus can too order dining hall food by robots. Starship Technologies is bringing 30 robots to the campus, making it the 5th university in the U.S. Just like NAU, UW-Madison students can download the app and drop a pin where they want the food to be delivered. Students at NAU say they have found the robots to be efficient.
I think it's really unique, when you're caught up in something, you can just order some food from the robots.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for tuning in. You can check out more at naztoday.com or Twitter and Facebook. Good night.